suppose we get a lot of people that want to find a direction, stuff like. I guess there are more people trying to be Indians today than are Indians trying to be white. But I do get a lot of people that want to know, well, how did Native people think, or what world did they live in? And that's probably the hardest thing to get across, because when I teach my classes and when my students come through the door, they have to change gears. And so now they got to learn about a world where nothing would ever die, a world where everything they believe would have a spirit and a soul, and they would honor everything with a song, a dance, and a story. But probably the most important part is that during that moment, some people or somebody realized that everything outside there would thrive and survive without them, but they could not exist without it. And so they will humble themselves before that natural world. And today, we basically call this a Thanksgiving. The Ahum Doligwatdekum. And it's the words that come before all else. So when we awaken in the morning, we give thanks to the creation. I can't name everything, so everything falls into a category of sorts. But tonight before I go to sleep, it'll be a Thanksgiving again, and I will give thanks to all the creation. And tonight I will include the children, I will include you, because you're a part of my day. So it's just coming, it's like you can't become an Indian, but you can have the heart of an Indian. You see, so this is where it all is, because this is true to you. And so by listening to your heart and listening to what is all around you, you'll become a better person. And this is the best thing, the best way that I can put this. I don't have a stamp, that I can give you when you've read 50 books about Indians, and that doesn't make you an Indian. It falls into something that we call spirituality. And that spirituality is an awareness that you're a part of everything out here, but not that important a part. You can become something that would help in everything here, but it's just realizing that we're all connected, and that if something happens out there, that some of us can still feel that hurt and stuff. So it's a connectedness, a spirituality. You got to get outside. You got to get out of the city itself. Or if you've got a place where you can get into the natural itself, listen. Go out there, find that place, sit down. Sometimes you don't have to bring anything with you. Or if you do, maybe bring a sketch pad. Because you're going to sit there, and what you want to do is listen and watch. And things will come. So it's just tuning in with everything that is outside. I call this, well actually a teacher that I gave this technique to, he calls it his Wits Journals. And so his students going out there, finding their little place, and sitting down and listening to everything that's around them. And they come into contact, they get closer to that. Now we're getting close to what I call spirituality, that connectedness to the natural world and stuff. Another name that we have for it too is Alunga, which is the life force that connects all of us and stuff. And probably the closest thing that I can get to that for anyone is if they ever watch the Star Wars movies and they say, "May the Force be with you." There's something to that and stuff. So it's being connected to everything in the creation, that you're involved in that, and that you have something or something that can contribute or take away from that. So we believe that in order to have a healthy body, you've got to have a healthy mind. And so yes, we had psychologists and psychiatrists long ago. So helping you to get into the right frame of mind, and then, like I said, sitting down, listening to everything that's around you. People have been doing it for a very long time. This is how we discover medicines. You watch animals when they get sick. They actually know where to go to heal themselves. And so people in that time will follow. And they practice. And they eventually will get medicines that will help them. So it's just listening, watching, becoming a part of that. But also, like I said, realizing that you're responsible for it. And you should be responsible to show respect. So taking just what you need. No more. No less. So when your wants and your needs and your desires get beyond what can be supplied right out there, that's the problem that we're in right now. we've broken that balance. So getting back to the natural world, getting back to the healing of the earth. It'll be here long after we're gone. We've only been here for a short moment, but look what we've done in that moment and stuff. But the earth mother will heal herself again and stuff. But we have to be respectful and responsible for everything and stuff. And so humble yourself before it, take care of it, sing your songs, dance your dances, and tell the stories. I suppose, when I came to this museum some 18 years ago, I was looking. I was a disabled veteran, just looking for a place that would want me to work for them and stuff. I was at Cornell University when they opened up the museum, and my sister called me and said, "You got to see this place before they put everything in it." And so when I went to the museum, I opened up those front doors and walked in. I instantly fell in love with the place. And as I walked around, the pristine walls and things, even the turtle pond downstairs hadn't been finished yet. It was still a dirt bottom and stuff. But as I walked around, I started, the stories my grandmother used to tell me seemed to ooze out of the woodwork. And I felt very comfortable there. And so before I left that day, I told the owner, Christine, I said, "If you ever need a native educator," I said, "give me a holler." And about 4 hours later, they called me. And so when I came to that museum, and I felt very comfortable there, I turned it into my healing place. So reaching back to my culture in the past, I was able to deal with this world in a contemporary way. You see, bringing those ceremonies to this moment, asking for forgiveness. Give me the signs, you see, that tell me I'm on the right path. And these come in the form of sometimes dreams that tell you that you're doing the right thing, or just coming into contact with a person and you can help them. You see, so not only was I helping myself, but at the same time, I was trying to help others. You see, so I didn't mean for that to happen like that. It's just my journey and the many paths that cross. And so I found the path that I was supposed to be on. And so the museum became my healing place, my mother's house. I was able to go home every day.
How about a person who doesn't have the museum and is struggling with a personal issue that's they want to escape from?
Again, if I had an answer for that. But I think it's coming to terms with yourself and being honest with yourself. And another thing, you've got to want to be healed. You see, you can take the best medicines in the world, but if you don't want to be healed, you see,
You have to seek for the answer.
you have to. It's there. It's not going to be on any page in any book. You've got to seek that out for yourself. You see, so like I said, you'll cross many paths in your life, but sooner or later you'll hit the one that's your path, and this is what will take you home. So this is where I am at this point in my life. I feel good.
Good.
I haven't found all the answers, but I'm having fun seeking them out. I'm strong enough to do
If you seek, you shall find, right?
There it is. It's not that you've got a magic pill or something that you can take to alleviate a problem, but to help. As I said, you can plant the seed and then help to nurture that seed along so that they can help themselves and stuff. You can't take them all away and stuff. You've got, like I said, a helping hand, to help them along, not pull them along.
Would you say that forgiving somebody is also a key? Forgiving somebody?
I think if you're able to forgive, and stuff, and sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. And yeah, you have to allow for a certain amount of I don't want to call it failure in everything, but you can at least be able to forgive and allow and to continue to help them as long as they're willing to help themselves. You can only go along so far with that, and then it becomes a burden, and everything. But genuine, they got to get their mind to where they want to be healed, and then you can just nurture it along from there. It's a lot of that they got to do themselves too, but it's also community too that you want to bring people to. This is where blankets come in. So when you wrap a blanket around somebody, it's it's supposed to show the community wrapping the family wrapping their arms around you, or the community wrapping their arms around you. So in that native world, it's not the individual that's going through the healing, but also the community